Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Menzo, this is my forever co-host John. Today, we talk about Alita Battle Angel, one of the most underrated and slash most popular movies of the late 2010s, because it does have a cult following. And like, rewatching this movie, I'm like, I forgot how engrossing can be. This world is, at least, pretty cool to look at.
I agree.
This is directed by Robert Rodriguez, who directed Spy Kids and like other movies. I forgot his, what do you call the ones with Antonio Banderas?
I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah, Spy Kids and like other kid-friendly material. So this is his first PG-13 movie, even though sometimes it does stretch the limits of like what PG-13 can do. I'm like, damn, that's quite violent for a PG-13 movie. But it follows Alita, played by Rosa Salazar, and her dad, played by Christoph Waltz, in this cyberpunk dystopian world where people have like robot parts or like robot bodies in the future.
Yeah, pretty much like being a cyborg is the norm here.
Yeah.
And it follows up with like a backstory to 300 years ago there was the fall, and like and like this is where like, what was it called, Zion or something?
Zion
stands and all that jazz, and I was like, cool, all right. And that's where like Alita comes in. She's kind of like a byproduct of a bygone era.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting, not gonna lie. It is very interesting.
Yeah. I do love the relationship between Alita and her dad, Ido. I'm like, their chemistry is pretty good. Like, Ido trying to protect her from the world, and like he knows what she was back in the day. Like, he doesn't want her to become this warrior, even though Ido is a hunter warrior himself. He knows how dangerous Alita can be, especially when she puts out poor Isa Gonzalez out of her body. I'm like, fuck, I forgot how violent that was.
Yeah, dude, can I be honest with you? I think this is the first time I ever finished this film.
Really? Never got to see it in theaters?
I never like fucking pushed through watching this. Like, the only time I did see it is like when it was on like Star Movies and HBO. Well, it was kind of, HBO and Star Movies were kind of going at this point. But like I would never catch it, you know.
Fully?
Yeah, fully. I didn't know which part I was in. I would always see that one scene where they're on like that tube thing that leads up to Zion.
Yeah.
And then one guy falls off. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then I'll see her, like, you know, rollerblading from time to time. And I'm just like, oh, alright, cool. And then that's it. Like, I never saw any snippets. I only saw, like, key like, scenes. But then watching it fully, I was kind of skeptical. I'm gonna lie. Because I remember people kind of shitting on this movie. Watching it, I was just like, oh, fuck. The fight scenes are sick.
Right?
Like, the fight scenes are actually really good.
Yeah. And like,
by the way, is it Desperado?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fight scenes are pretty cool. You see how great the CGI is. You also meet like Gruviska, played by Jackie Earle Haley, who people might know as Rorschach from Zack Snyder's Watchmen. Yeah, he's the actor, the same actor.
Where? Which one? Who?
He's Rorschach, the guy with the face, the mask.
No. What? Who's his character here?
The Gruviska, the big, like chunky.
That was him.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, more used to his like slender features. Sorry.
Yeah. You also get Jennifer Connelly as Dr. Shirin and Mahershala Ali as Vector, like this overseer of all of below Zalem. Don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, below
Zalem.
Yeah, below Zalem. However we pronounce it. You also get Keen Johnson as Hugo, and he helps Alita discover this world and help her discover her past. Like, she gets flashbacks of her past as a warrior with Michelle Rodriguez, and like they're trying to take down Nova, played by Edward Norton, and like he takes her outside the city limits to discover this like ultra badass armor. Like, they're like, how many skill points must I dump into my gear to get that? Please, I like it.
Yeah, I will be honest here though. Like, I love the chemistry between Alita and Christoph Waltz character. Uh, Also, oddly, yes, Japanese name with white guy. Uh,
Yeah, he's my
anyway,
second favorite Asian actor besides Scarlett
it's
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Anyway, yeah. So, we get to that point where, yeah, she does meet up with Hugo. They kind of hit it off, and like, it is odd for me to see this kind of young adult novel like aspect of this movie.
Yeah,
It really does feel like that. I was like, is this Fault in the Stars coming up? What's this?
yeah,
What's going on here?
like, like this movie doesn't. It's a kind of split between being this sci-fi action, like adrenaline pumping movie, and then at the same time it's like Fault in the Stars, Robert Rodriguez edition, and you're like, I don't know
Yeah.
where to go with this. But like, it's cool seeing Alita develop and like wanting to explore the world, and you find out that why Dr. Ida was so protective at first, because like she is in the body of his daughter, like the body she was supposed to have, but his daughter got killed by one of his patients, and you're like, oh, okay, I see the full picture.
It was just horrible. But I found that scene really funny.
Yeah.
It's just this drugged out robot guy just like, and sees a girl on a wheelchair and just like, you know, like, is the equivalent of like punting a hamster. You know,
I'm like,
He
why?
just-
Why did
he
you
just
do
went
that?
at her. I was just like, why?
Right? Like, she doesn't have any of the drugs you seek, you fucking maniac.
Yeah, like she wasn't trying to stop you. She wasn't trying to be like calling the cops on the, you know.
Yeah,
He just saw a wheelchair and it was like, move, able-bodied man. It was just like, I was like, what was the okay? And then just runs off.
yeah. Like, he
Yeah,
didn't find
so-
what he was looking for anyway. I'm like, that was just completely pointless. But
No, I think he got the drugs, but that was it. Like, really, you want to fuck over your dealer?
right, you also meet the other bounty hunters, like the one guy with the cool sword, but like not much else is cool about him.
He's like Ajax. He's Ajax from the Deadpool.
Yeah, Zapan, interesting name, but yeah, like
Japan.
Alita comes out for blood, but she wants to find Groviska because he's causing all of this shit, and like she does.
He kills a dog.
Yeah, poor dog. Before that, there is a cool fight scene between her and the other bounty hunters, where she like first fucks up Zapan and like fucks up the other bounty hunters, and you're like, yeah, Alita that can definitely handle her own. And then you find Groviska with like his upgrades thanks to Hugo, who is also working. Hugo's also working for Mahershala Ali, because Mahershala Ali promises to send them up to where Nova is, and like Alita tries to take on Grushka and it ends pretty badly for her. I'm like, thank God she's part robot, because Jesus Christ, I don't know how you come back from that.
I will say though, like again, seeing the fight scenes here, you will be surprised.
Yeah,
Like once she starts getting, like she has armor, once she has a sword, she just well, even the bar scene alone, she
Yeah.
absolutely kicks ass.
yeah,
And I was just like, again, I was just like, why have I never watched this movie before? Like, why haven't I like finished this movie? Like, I get it, the whole teen romance thing is like not my cup of tea here,
yeah,
or it wasn't done well, in my opinion. But the action scenes alone is fucking sick.
yeah. The action scenes and the
Yeah.
CGI scenes, I'm like, these are pretty sick. And it's only when you get to her and Hugo and she being like, I'll give you my heart, I'll do anything for you, here you go, and you're like, that's a bit too much.
Too
Alita.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a little too soon. You guys just went.
right? Even Hugo's like, let's pump the brakes on this, please.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all because he wants to go up to Zalem. Like, everyone wants to go up to where Edward Norton's hanging out, and then
Yeah.
she enters Motorball to help this guy's cause, but she's wanted by Mahershala Ali, and he recruits all these bounty hunters to play Motorball as well. And the Motorball scene is like, of all the action scenes, it's my favorite because it is high speed, like, again, white knuckling. I'm like, I'm sure Alita can make it, but like you can already know she can be damaged. You already know she can, like, is vulnerable to certain attacks, and you're like, that makes a hero more compelling. It's not like Captain Marvel, where it's like 0 damage and 100% attack on her end, and you're like, I'm bored now. There's no stakes.
Yeah, I will say though, like once we figure out that the suit is self-healing, I think the stakes kind of lost it for me. But they showed it like at the very end. But like,
Yeah.
I love how Christopher was like, "Hey, this thing is way more advanced than we are. I can't fix this if this breaks."
Yeah.
You know, he was like that, and then it was like, "Don't worry, it fixes itself by the end of the movie."
Yeah, and I'm like, that's a very convenient, like, add-on. That's pretty sweet.
Mm.
But like at the same time, if they ever do a sequel, I wonder how they're gonna, raise the stakes, and like make
Yeah,
like have her struggle to get to Zalem. But like before that, she makes it out, tries to save poor Hugo, but he's stabbed by Zapan, who Zapan framed him for murder, and now Hugo's wanted. And like they're like, well, I can't get in his way, because that's a crime, so I have to kill you. And Jennifer Connelly helps them out, like.
by the way, his poor friend just gets cut in half in front of him.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean by stretching the definition of PG-13. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
When he did it, I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I mean, we went from like a 40 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, I that was stupid on the friend though, because he's like calls out his attack before he attacks. I'm like, why would you do that, man? You know this guy's like an
Yeah.
ultra assassin.
By the way, not a fan of Alita going hiya
Every time.
every time she like does a move. So like once we do get to the final fight scene with Zapan, like they have this really fucking cool fight scene.
Yeah,
Oh wait, was it with Zapan or the like
Groviska,
big guy?
the big guy.
Gruiska? Yeah, where she cuts him in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when she does that, she does actually do a legit scream.
Yeah.
Where like a battle cry, like not the hiya. It's just like a full on natural like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, so you could have done it the entire fucking movie. Why you gotta go hiya?
Right.
You know?
Like, I guess they're also saving Zapan for whenever the sequel comes out, because she does take his sword but cuts out his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like since Jennifer Connelly helped out Alita and like says no to Mahershala Ali's character, like she does end up going to where Edward Norton is, but just in body pieces. I'm like, are you sure this is PG-13? Because that's fucked up. Like seeing her in the box, I'm like, how could you do that to Jennifer Connelly? But yeah, and then Alita has a time with Edward Norton's character, because he does have the ability to like possess people, like Mahershala Ali, and like they have this conversation, and she's like, "I'm coming for you," and he's like, "All right, bring it." No one's ever made it this high, not even your boy. And you see Hugo try to go to the top, and like he gets cut in half. Like, again, the whole romance thing, I'm just like, I can do without, honestly.
Yeah. But like it is tragic, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh. Anyway,
And then, like, I do love the scene when like she stabs Mahershala Ali's character, and then Edward Norton's just like, "Oh, that sucks. I guess this guy's dead." He's just like crumbling to the ground as he's making his bad guy speech. And she's like, "You lost one of your puppets." She's like, well, I have other puppets." Faints. I'm like, that's funny. Like the one thing I really hated, the last scene I really hated is when she cuts the tear. I'm like, metaphor. Like that's a metaphor in my face.
Yeah. Where she does a cool pose because she has a sword now.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I guess. Alright.
Yeah. And then she points to the sky, to Edward Norton's character. She's like, "I'm coming for you. We're gonna have Fight Club in the clouds." And you're like, "All right, I can't wait for the sequel." It's been what, 6 years? I'm like, I'm still waiting for the sequel.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's a pretty. It's not the best movie, no, but it's pretty great when it comes to the action scene, the sci-fi elements. Yeah. Me too. But like you, I've like when I came out of the theater and like talked to my friends about it, they were like, "It was alright." I was like, "What do you mean?" I liked it. And then I thought about Hugo and Alita. I'm like, yeah, that could have been better. A lot better.
Yeah. A lot of the dialogue, unless Christoph Waltz was in the scene or Jennifer Connelly, ish. Uh, Dialogue was kind of subpar.
Yeah,
You know, I gotta admit, like, again, unless Christoph Waltz is there and he just sells it.
yeah.
You know.
I also love him. This old man carrying this huge ass, like rocket propelled hammer. I'm like, all right, you go, Christoph Waltz. Oh yeah, we also forgot to mention. I do love the scene when Alita takes out the Centurions, like all of them, even though she slashes them, and I'm expecting a boom, but nothing happens. I'm like, that's odd, but okay.
No, I find it clean. Like, you know, it's just like she cut it so clean
That they don't need to do anything else.
It just like you know that thing where it's just like
yeah. But yeah, what would you rate Alita Battle Angel?
I agree. Alita Battle Angel like a solid 7 out of 10. Like, it's a fun movie. It's okay, you know, like it's fun nonetheless. Acting is okay. Like, I kind of wish there was more to it. I wish the romance was written better. I wish the dialogue between other characters besides Christoph Waltz was much better. But other than that, the fight scenes were great. CGI, it's not, how would I say, annoying to look at. You know, it's not Star Wars level kind of like prequel level amount of CGI where it's like it's hard to look at.
Yeah.
But going at it, it's just like, okay, like I can get behind this. Once shit goes like starts hitting the fan, it gets really interesting. And I'm like, I got so engrossed that, like I did buy Cyberpunk recently. I just haven't had the time to install it. So right now I'm installing it right now because I'm like, man, I want to play Cyberpunk. I want to be like a cyborg.
Yeah. Enjoy. Maybe we can do a video on that soon when you've done your hours.
Okay. Yeah. Did you do like the Phantom Liberty one?
Not yet. I don't have the cash for that, and like as you said, it's an entire other fucking game.
It might be on sale soon. I got the Cyberpunk on sale. It was like 1.2 or 1.1.
Oh, nice. But yeah. I'll give Alita. I'll bump it up. I'll give it an 8 just because I do love the CGI effects. I'm like, this was produced by James Cameron, so I'm like, no wonder they didn't spare any expense for the CGI. It looks impressive to look at. Again, going back, like coming from Ready Player One to this, I'm like, again, I'm just like, I forgot we had like really good CGI back in the day, especially from these directors. And like, the dialogue could be better. Characters, like the most compelling characters are Dr. Ito and Alita minus Hugo, because again, the young teen romance thing, I'm just like, I could do without it drags this movie for me. Like, every time she's with Hugo, I'm like, can you just go straight to Motorball or just kick somebody again, please? I'm begging you.
Yeah.
But the action is pretty sick. I'm like, I do love the long takes. It's like almost like Cyberpunk John Wick-ish, where I'm like, this is pretty cool to look at. I can watch this all day. And then you go back to like the teen romance. I'm like, I cannot watch this all day. Please hurry up.
Yeah, just like get me to the next scene, please.
Yeah, but like it's a good start and good ending. It's just all the young adult stuff that you have to go through to get to like the satisfying ass kicking scenes, and like it's definitely worth a watch. And like I definitely do hope there's a sequel in the future. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as Avatar, because Avatar 1 to Avatar 2 are like entire generations have been born between those movies. And like,
yeah, and it did get to a point where people kind of just forgot about it.
Yeah, thankfully Avatar 3 comes out this year, so I'm like, thank God the gap isn't that long. Hopefully same with Alita. Maybe like, I don't know, 2028, 2030 we get sequel, because again, this world is pretty cool to be in. But yeah, that's been our video for Alita Battle Angel. What's your favorite Robert Rodriguez movie? Is it the all-time classic of Spy Kids or Desperado? Whatever it is, comment down below. If you want to see more of us here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments, Spotify to yours on the go. And the video Zodas was on TikTok and ends with on Letterboxd. Where can they find you?
You can find me at JomJM_ on Instagram. It is my account.
And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.